I was fishing up north when I caught this bass that had me thinking. I initially thought this was a smallmouth, but when looking back at the video I realized it was a dark colored largemouth. This is your standard colors on a largemouth, and this is one I caught a few years ago at the same pond, almost all white. I know fish coloration is for camouflage, but how long does it take for a fish to change colors, and if you introduced a bass into an all white pond, would it lighten up? Upon further research, bass can change colors and do it quickly too. This is not something that happens over the course of years, but something that can happen over the course of a couple minutes. The super pale bass I caught was in the middle of the day, probably around 30 degrees outside, so this was probably from the stress of being caught or the stress of a hot day. This all may be common knowledge to you, but I never knew how fast fish can change colors based on their environment. Watch this smallmouth lighten up in this guy's hand. Be sure to like and follow to support what I do.